Would you willingly give up 25% of your pension overnight? Because that's what many UK expats risk doing without even realising it. Hi, my name's Kirsten from the Wealth Genesis, and today we're covering QROPS, which is a qualifying recognised overseas pension scheme, and whether these are still a good option for UK expats today in 2026. The truth is, one of the more popular options for UK expats moving overseas has now become less attractive due to recent changes in UK legislation. So what made QROPS so popular in the first place? Well, historically, if you were a UK expat moving overseas, it made a lot of sense to move your pension offshore. And QROPS brought not only tax advantages, but also flexible access. It brought protection from UK laws such as the lifetime allowance, and also it gave you the option to hold your investments across multiple currencies. Unfortunately, the rules have changed significantly. The UK government introduced something called the Overseas Transfer Charge, which is essentially a 25% tax on your entire pension pot when transferring to a QROPS in most situations. Now, in the past, there were exceptions to this, such as many transfers made within the European Economic Area. But in 2024, the government removed many of these exceptions, which means that now in 2026, in most cases, if you are transferring to a QROPS, you will lose a quarter of your pension. And that is something that most UK expats simply cannot afford to do. Now, there are still situations in which you can avoid this charge. Specifically, if you live in the same jurisdiction as where your QROPS is based and you are a tax resident there. The problem with this is, though, most QROPS are based in jurisdictions such as Malta and Gibraltar, so this only really applies to UK expats who live in those places. And for those living in the rest of the world, you still risk losing a quarter of your pension if you transfer to one of these schemes. Of course, for most UK expats moving overseas, losing 25% of your pension to tax is simply out of the question. So what alternative options do you have? One route would be to transfer your UK pension to something called an international SIPP. This is a UK-based pension scheme provided specifically for non-UK residents. And since it remains under the UK regulatory framework, it avoids the overseas transfer charge completely. But you still get the benefits of flexible access and the ability to hold and manage your investments across multiple currencies. So, is transferring to a QROPS still a good idea in 2026? In some very specific cases, maybe, but for most UK expats, probably not. Unfortunately, the landscape has changed significantly, and what worked 10 years ago may simply not work anymore. If you're moving overseas, it's important to understand the tax implications of transferring your UK pension way before you do anything. And if you need help exploring your options, feel free to reach out to the Wealth Genesis today.